Luke, can you just had a coaching session?
Yep.
Can you just summarise for us your kind of thoughts and feelings about the session? Not necessarily about what you learned, but about the sort of coaching styles and techniques and the things that Bonnie did in his coaching of you, and sort of highlight some of the things that really worked for you, and possibly more importantly, highlight some of the things that maybe didn't.
Okay, yeah. Well, in respect of what kind of helped was the way Bonnie took it through step by step. It wasn't everything all thrown in at once. It was gradually introducing each kind of key teaching point as the session progressed. For example, we started on the wall. We did the basic technique. We then took it a little bit further and advanced it as we went on through the session. So I think that was kind of a good teaching point. You got the fundamentals and you built on it. Likewise, when I started to struggle about halfway through when we were in the water, so Bonnie then brought that back, brought the techniques back to the wall, which is good. It was just a little recap, kind of get the movements back into the muscle memory sort of thing. With regards to bits that maybe weren't as good, I don't know really. It's I think maybe with regards to once we progressed away from the wall, I think the explanations about what was happening underwater had been a little bit more clearer beforehand. Personally, I found that it was explained, I understood it, but it wasn't until I was underwater that I had to kind of, that it made more sense sort of thing. So I think maybe making the explanations there and then a little bit clearer would have been good. But no, generally speaking, I like the way it was dealt with, and I like the way it was kind of delivered effectively.
So, your research topics are mood states.
Yeah.
Yeah, before and after activities.
Yeah, it is.
How about a little self-reflection on your own mood states before and after today's session?
Well, before the session, I mean, I've kayaked on the sea before in a kind of like I guess it's an open kayak where you sit on the top. So I've had a little experience that way. So I guess I felt competent enough to kind of go around the pool, as it were. I was generally quite content, I guess, with what was happening, quite happy. I think as we progressed through the session, confidence built as I kind of understood the mechanics of the kayak, the boat. Because effectively it's two different kayaks, or it's a different kind of setup, different kayak to what I'm used to in my own personal time. So getting used to the actual kayak was kind of a new experience, I guess. So yeah, through Spinner in Works, it was a bit more. There was a few more things to think about. So
yeah, were there any points during the session where you kind of experienced any real sort of highs or lows?
I think once we took the kind of techniques away from the wall and we're doing it in the water, kind of just myself and Bonnie, and doing the first roll with kind of like the oar to the side, that was a good feeling. That was sort of like, yes, I've actually got this, I understand it, I know where I'm going to a degree. Obviously practice is needed, but I think that was a high point. With regards to low points, probably with regards when we took the kayak away from the room, we had a lot of time out effectively in the centre of the pool. So I think that could have broken up a bit. So I think a low point is there because we're doing almost the same sort of thing over and over again. So I'm thinking maybe a little variance with regards to your previous question about what things Bonnie could improve on, this variance of kind of different ways of putting the task across. But I think, yeah.
Excellent. And concluding, you know, you obviously just finished the activity. How are you feeling at the end?
Concluding, I am relatively happy actually. I'm quite confident that I can do a basic role assisted. Bonnie gave some positive feedback as well, which was great. I think that was good. Confidence booster as well. So yeah, I'm generally happy and kind of pleased with the whole session, how it went.
Okay, what are your thoughts about, you know, continuing with this sort of skill into the future?
I'll definitely keep it on as a kind of like a personal sport. Whether I take it into sort of adventurous activity leadership, I would look at doing it, definitely. But at the minute, I'm looking at more land-based sort of activities. So in that respect, I'd go more land-based. If it was water-based activities that I was focusing on, I would have kept this one in there. It's a great experience. It's good fun. I enjoyed it. So there we are.
Thanks a lot.